Back in 2021, I made a video talking about the reading order for the Power Rangers comics. In that video, I wanted to explain the best reading order for old and new fans of the franchise wanting to check out the Boom Studios Power Ranger comics. And I feel like that video succeeded and did what it needed to do to introduce fans into the best way to read the Power Ranger comics done by Boom Studios. Now, if you want to go back and watch that video, you can, but I'm gonna have an image up on screen that will help you out, that will show you the best order to read the comics. Now that image has you covered from MMPR to Go-Go, plus the beginning of the Unlimited Power run that started in 2020. And now we're in 2022, and starting in October, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 101 will be released, and it's going to be kind of like a soft reboot for the comics. Now you're probably wondering, hey Ash, what happened to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 56 to 99? Well, they're there, you just have to look, either online or at your local comic book stores. Alright, during the split run of Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers, there would be something called legacy covers. They would be cover variants but would be called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and have the original numbering. So the fandom started getting suspicious as we got closer to issue 100, wondering what they could be planning for the big 100. And to celebrate 100 issues of Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comics, the split issues became one once again, with issue 100 being Ryan Parrott's final issue on the mainline Power Ranger comics, and starting with issue 101, Melissa Flores would take over the comics. Now, I'm saying this earlier on into the video because according to my analytics, my watch time is terrible, but issue 101 is probably a good start to jump into the comics if you're way behind or wanting to start reading it from a brand new beginning, because Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 101 is gonna be kind of a soft reboot and a brand new story arc that will be easy to jump into. But if you want to jump into the Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers run, there's a few ways to do it, but as of the time of recording this video, there has been no deluxe hardcover trade back announced. Now, like I said in my previous video, you can probably start off with either issue and read them in whatever order you want. Do you want to see the Omega Rangers having cool adventures in space with Lord Drakkon? Then check out that one. Do you like the original Mighty Morphin team and see what they're doing on Earth? Check out that run. But when you get to issue 13, the reading order does change. So Mighty Morphin issue 13 kicks off the story arc, the Eltarian War. And the Eltarian War is split between Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers issue 13 to 16. Now, these issues are meant to be read in a certain order, and if you read them separately in the trade paperbacks, you're going to be very confused because the trade soft covers mostly cover their respective books. They don't split them up and put them in the intended reading order, so you're going to be very confused if you pick up those volumes. And like I said, there has not been a hardcover Eltarian War story arc book announced by Boom Studios as of the time of recording this video. Hopefully one will be announced eventually. So the best way to read the Eltarian War story arc, you've got to do it like this. You've got to start with Mighty Morphin issue 13, then read Power Rangers issue 13, then Mighty Morphin issue 14, and then Power Rangers issue 14, and then so on and so forth until you reach the finale, which is issue 16 of Power Rangers. Now after the Eltarian War, the characters go on their own little adventures and story arcs again, but a new story arc does start up called Charge to 100. Now, you can read this arc in any order you want because the characters are still having their own separate adventures, but when you get to Power Rangers issue 20, you might want to quickly jump over to Mighty Morphin issue 21 because they kind of take place in the same time span, but it doesn't affect the plot that much, which you can probably read the trade backs of the post-Eltarian War arc leading up to Charge to 100. But when you get to Power Rangers issue 22, that is the big finale of these separate runs, and that leads into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 100, which is the finale of the Charge to 100 story arc. So yeah, that's pretty much the reading order for Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers leading up to Charge to 100, and how you can read the Power Ranger comics if you want to skip all that and start with issue 101 of MMPR. So I hope this video was informative to you guys and you really enjoyed it, and I hope it helped you guys out a lot. If it did, leave a comment down below and leave a like, and if you have any more questions, leave a comment down below and I'll get to it fast as I can to help you out with your Power Rangers comic reading experience. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, I highly recommend checking out my playlist where I've reviewed a lot of Power Ranger comics on the channel. It's kind of crazy, but hey, check them out. It's kind of a weird time capsule leading up to issue 100, so highly recommend giving them a listen or a watch. But I feel like that's all I've got to say. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and turn on notifications, all that jazz. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you guys.